All right, we're back with episode 4 of White Sox franchise, and for the first time in this rebuild, we have made the playoffs. Before we jump into the playoffs, let's go ahead and go through the roster really quick. Starting rotation, we got German Marquez, Shane Baz, John Means, Jameson Taillon, and I really do think I'm going to start Cy Young winner, Devi Garcia. Don't know how he won the Cy Young award still. I mean, pitched 200 innings, 178 strikeouts, 3.25 ERA. But that is Cy Young quality around these parts. Jordan Leisure, I'm not really sure how to pronounce his last name. I want to say it's Leisure, to be honest, but I'm not sure. Leisure is kind of like a weird last name. But anyway, Sammy Peralta as well. We're going to call up Ronan Kopp for the playoffs. He has not made his MLB debut yet, but he is a left-hander, and we're going to have him in the bullpen for the playoffs. We also got Brian Acevedo, rookie future stud closer. He had a really good rookie year, 40 innings pitched, 2.27 ERA, 136 whip. Only gave up one home run in those 40 innings, so really, really strong start for him. We also have Kopech, who is really amazing this year. Had 51 saves. So you gotta love that. 0 wins and 7 losses, though, is interesting. Catching with Edgar Cuero, he's going to catch every day. 758 OPS this year, 16 home runs. It wasn't terrible. He'll probably bat like at the bottom of the order for us. And we got Vlad and Tristan Casas, Adele Amador, Colson Montgomery, Jose Rodriguez, Matt Shaw, Willie Adames, Jesse Winker, Luis Robert, Cedric Mullins, and we actually have Dominic Fletcher as a platoon bat on the bench. We called him up in September for the expanded rosters, and he kind of went crazy. So we're going to bring him up. Let's see if we can catch that spark that he had for our team in 2024. And let's get right into the playoffs. All right, jumping right into the first game here. Garcia on the mound, facing a righty here, Tristan McKenzie. We're going to go Winker, Amador, Casas, Guerrero, Mullins, Rodriguez, Adames, Cuero, Luis Robert in the 9-hole. Dominic Fletcher potentially off the bench to face a righty. Potentially Matt Shaw to face a lefty in a critical situation. We're going to get right into it here. Leadoff double. Not a good start for the Cy Young winner. That is okay. Jesse Winker, ground out. Single. Come on, Vlad. A walk. All right, Cedric Mullins up the bases loaded right now. He's going to strike out. And Rodriguez is going to strike out as well. DeLauder flies out. Arias walks. Andres Jimenez strikes out. Kwan does not get to bat because they are caught stealing. Damas lines out. Cuero walks. Robert out on the field of shorts. We're going to steal second here, and we're caught stealing. Strikeout, single, stolen base. And I think we're actually going to go ahead and get Garcia out of the game. Cy Young winner for you. We were actually going to go ahead and go to Taillon. We have him in the bullpen, so this is a perfect situation for him. So we get a strikeout and a flyout. McKenzie up to the second time through the order here. Amador walks. 2-run home run by Tristan Casas. We got Vlad Guerrero up, strikes out. Mullins walks. Jose Rodriguez strikes out. Well, we put up 2 runs on the board there. Arias flies out and Jimenez singles. We get Kwan out there. Damas is up. It's a lead-off double. See if we can do a hit and run with Cuero. Pops it up. That's a bit unfortunate. Luis Robert walks. Winker walks. Now Amador. Probably one of our better hitters with bases loaded here. Strikes out. Casas strikes out. Love that for us. I think the first inning and the fourth inning we had runners on scoring position, less than 2 outs, and we just strike out to end the inning. Quite unfortunate there, but Taillon having a really good relief outing. Guerrero walks, Mullins strikes out. Rodriguez walks. McKenzie seemingly have no control. Is there a way to see how many walks he has? I don't believe so. That's okay. Adames strikes out. Cuero grounds out. We have left a lot of runners on base. Pretty unfortunate there. You get DeLauder. Runner gets thrown out at home. Don't give up the run there. And Arias flies out. We only have 4 hits, but I would assume we have like 5 or 6 walks if I had to guess. Ranger Suarez coming in to pitch off the bench. Out of the bullpen, rather. I guess he had a really bad year this year. Let's see if we can hit him around a little bit. Really like this matchup for Robert. Flies out. We're going to go ahead and pinch hit Matt Shaw for Jesse Winker. He hits a double. Pretty good decision there. Amador strikes out. Casas grounds out. A little unfortunate there. Taillon continues to just dominate. Guerrero grounds out. Mullins lines out. And Jose Rodriguez grounds out. So we're in the top of the 8th inning. We're going to let Tyone continue to pitch until he gives up a base runner, probably. Naylor grounds out. Ruggiero strikes out. And Manzardo grounds out. All right, so we got the bottom of the order here. Adames, Cuero, Robert. Let's see if we can make anything happen here. We got a righty on the mound. Swing, fly out, single. Another single. Let's go, Matt Shaw. Actually, let's see if we can pinch hits. I think we're going to go Dom. Actually, 56 clutch. I don't know how much that matters. He's got 70. So let's just leave Shaw in. Ooh, don't want to manage. All right. Fielder's choice. All right, Amador. Let's go. We got Trevor Stephan in. He looks really, really good. Had a really good season. And we walked. Casas with the bases loaded. Strikes out. Nothing new there for us. Striking out with a bunch of people in scoring position. Fly out. Solo home run. Pretty disappointing there. We're going to go ahead and change pitchers. Let's go to Copp for his major league debut in the playoffs. Strikeout, strikeout. Looking pretty good there. Look for him to start on the opening day roster next year. Let's see if we can get anything going off Class A here. Strikeout, strikeout. And I'm assuming another strikeout to end the game. So we lose game 1 of the series. We're game 2. Really need to get the bats going here. I believe we're going to start German Marquez. We are. And same lineup as last game with Winker leading off. See if we can get anything going today. Ground out, walk, double play. That's a better start than we had last game. Winker gets a single. Amador a single. Ow, I'm getting attacked by cats. And Vlad strikes out. Mullins singles. We got bases loaded for Jose Rodriguez. He doubles. 3 runs are going to come in to score. Adames is up. He grounds out, but that is okay. We got done what we needed to get done. Now we just need German Marquez to go ahead and keep the Guardians in place here. Manzardo hits a solo home run. Exactly what I did not want to happen. And DeLauder flies out. Walker Buehler. I didn't even realize we were facing him. A walk is not ideal. Strikeout. Can't be walking the bottom of the order, especially with guys like Kwan coming up. And 2 on for Jose Ramirez. Do not love this at all. And there was a reason why I did not love that. As we allow Cleveland to take the lead. Bonella grounds out. Amador strikes out. Casas flies out. Guerrero singles. Mullins strikes out. See if we can just go ahead and string something together. I don't really like the way we're performing at all right now. Marquez is probably going to have a pretty short leash here. And we're going to go ahead and get him out of the game before he faces Jose Ramirez again. Yeah, let's not allow that to happen. Yeah, let's go ahead and change pitchers here. I think I'm going to go ahead and give it to Acevedo. He proved he could be really, really good for us. He was, indeed. Let's go, Robert. Strikeout. Winker strikes out. Amador singles. Casas singles. Vlad flies out. Pretty unfortunate there. We're going to keep Acevedo, and we have a bunch of lefties coming up. So fly out, single, stolen base, fly out, and a walk. Rios is up. He is reverse split, so we're going to go and pitch to him. Grounds out. And we're back at it. Let's see if we can get a couple runs here. That'd be ideal, obviously. And we aren't going to do a single thing. Just going to leave Acevedo in. He's pitching really, really well. And yeah, so that happened. We're going to go and get him out of the game. Let's just go ahead and go to Prelander here. See if we can limit the damage. We do. Down by 4. Start with a single. Now we'll get a single. Of course, now it probably doesn't matter. We're going to start stringing something together. And double play to end the inning. So I'm kidding. We aren't going to string anything together. It looks like we're going to go down 2-0 in the series here. Unless we can put something together. Which we potentially can. Sack fly. Not really great for us. I'm sure the Guardians will take that. And we only get 1 run on a bases loaded and no outs. Don't love that. Let's see if Prelander can... never mind. He's not going to go ahead and get us out of that. We're going to put Kopech in. We really need to hold this game. And that is not going to happen. So Guardians are going to take game 1, or game 2 rather. We're going to go down 2-0. Not much you can do there. Our team's just not hitting, and pitchers did not get the job done. Probably left a couple guys in a little bit longer than I should have. That is okay. Got Shane Baz going to game 3. Do or die here. See if we can come back. Going against a lefty here, Max Fried. I'm going to leave the lineup how it is. I just said it. I think I like the lineup here. Let's see if we can get Robert going, especially. The entire lineup needs to get going. I think everyone, for the most part, has been pitching or hitting pretty terribly. Nobody's been really pitching too well either. Willie Adames gets a single. Jose Rodriguez strikes out. Matt Shaw strikes out. Cedric Mullins flies out. He's going to keep going here. Looks like I'm just going to be looking forward to the offseason here. Cuero singles, pop out. Amador flies out. Luis Robert grounds out. 2 guys at the top of the order that I have with a lot of good hitting sets for his lefties are 0 for 2 so far, so that's pretty disappointing. Vlad grounds out. He's just been really disappointing as well. Dames singles. He's 2 for 2 on the game. Only one with a hit besides Edgar Cuero. Jose Rodriguez singles with 1 out. Matt Shaw up with first and second, 1 out. He strikes out. Cedric Mullins pops up. Naylor is going to get a double. He's been on fire for the postseason. Strikeout. Manzardo's hit by a pitch. DeLauder hits a 2-run double. That's going to be it for Shane Baz. I'm going to change pitchers here. And we are going to go to Ronan Kopp. Strikeout. Pop up. Pretty good so far for him. He's about been the only pitcher that's worth a crap right now. Colson Montgomery grounds out. Ronan Kopp we're going to leave in. Miles Straw hits a home run. I spoke way too soon. Ground out, fly out. Let's go, Robert. Ground out, and ground out. So, yeah, it looks like we're going to get swept, even though we're the number 1 seed in the American League. Just got to be better. I mean, I think I wouldn't say we had a fluke year necessarily, but our record wasn't as good as we were, in my opinion. I think, our pitching is not that great. Our bullpen's really, really good, but our starting rotation isn't great. And the bullpen or the hitting has a lot of development still going. So there's ways we could be better there. Jose Rodriguez hits a solo home run. He finally does something. Matt Shaw hits a double. Cedric hits a single. We're getting to Max Fried. Strikeout, double play, and all hope that we had has all but dwindled. We're going to leave Kopp in. Show me what you're made of, man. Jimenez singles, Quan singles. We're actually going to go ahead and get him out of here. We are going to put Dylan Floro in, get our money's worth with him. Strikeout, fielder's choice. All right, Amato, let's go. Fly out, Robert. We're actually going to pinch Dom Fletcher for. He's better stats for his righties. And Luis Robert hasn't been doing anything. So Dom Fletcher gets a single. Vlad walks. Willie Adames grounds out. Jose Rodriguez does not come through. We're going to leave Floro in here. I'll add a lot of singles, unfortunately. And we're going to go to Sammy Peralta here. Strikeout, fly out. Pretty good results there. We got to face Emmanuel Clase, bottom of the order. It is all but over. Fly out, double, fly out, and strikeout. The Guardians have defeated the White Sox, and we did not win a playoff game, similar to what happens with the White Sox in real life. Dodgers have defeated the Astros in the World Series. My third base coach has decided to retire. Contracts with my hitting and pitching coach have ended. I'll need to find the replacements, and we are going to go ahead and get on to the offseason. We have 5 players here who are impending free agents. We have German Marquez, Jameson Taillon, Matt Strahm, Jesse Winker, and Dylan Floro. We'll start with the starting pitching here. German Marquez, Jameson Taillon. We traded for Taillon halfway through the year. He wasn't as good in the second half as he was in the first half when we traded for him. We're going to go ahead and let him go. He's 35 years old. Hopefully get some younger and better players. German Marquez was decent for us. 231 strikeouts and 196 innings. He could be potentially somebody we pursue in free agency. But in my opinion, for this free agency, I'm going to look to sign a really, really good pitcher. Somebody I can start opening day, start game 1 in the playoffs. And I know they're going to put up a really good performance. So we're going to let those 2 walk, save a little bit of money there. Matt Strahm, we're going to offer a contract to. Dylan Floro, we're not. Dylan Floro is 36 years old, rapidly declining stats at his age. So we're just going to let him walk. That's just an explosion waiting to happen, or implosion rather. Strom, we're going to attempt to bring back. Good left-handed pitcher for the bullpen. He had a 3.6 ERA last year, 49 strikeouts in 45 innings, only 6 home runs allowed. So we'll go ahead and bring him back, hopefully. And then Jesse Winker, he had a really good season for us. He had an 892 OPS, but I just don't have the DH spot available, and that's a huge problem. I would love to keep him. Honestly, looking back on it, I kind of regret signing Vlad Guerrero Jr. I wish he would have kind of just made Casas the everyday first baseman, maybe kept Winker as the DH. And I would go ahead and rock with that, but unfortunately, we're going to have to go ahead and let him go. The defense is just really, really bad, and he's getting older. With his stats, he should have been a 5-WAR player, but because of defense, he's only a 2.9-WAR player. So I think we can find something better than that in free agency. So that's who we're going to sign. The staff, I made a few hirings there. Hopefully those go through. And we'll see you guys in round 1 of free agency. We have 4 players available for arbitration. Tristan Casas, Shane Baz, Jordan Leisure, and Matt Foster. I'm going to let Matt Foster walk. He was a key contributor a couple years ago. He fell off in 2025, and we just kind of let him sit in AAA last year. I'm going to go ahead and avoid paying him money, let him walk. Jordan Leisure was really, really good for us last year in the bullpen. First year of arbitration, so we still got him for 3 more years. Go ahead and offer him a contract extension and arbitration. Shane Baz, 3 more years left with him. We're going to offer him a contract. And then Tristan Casas, of course, who was amazing for us last year. We'll go ahead and offer him a contract and see what we can do. Although he got a minus 14 power versus lefties. Don't know how that happens, but it is what it is. And let's go ahead and move on to the actual free agents. And I didn't even realize it, but I did forget to look at a draft picks we could sign. So our very first pick, with the 11th pick in the first row, we picked Emmanuel Mendez. 75 overall center fielder, switch hitter. Looks like a slam dunk pick there. Probably going to make the majors at some point this year. Really good defense, it looks like he's going to develop into. Really good speed. The hitting has some work to do. But overall, he looks like a really good player and a really good player to take with the 11th overall pick. We have Johnny Hobson, we took with the 47th pick in the draft. A potential 62 overall starting pitcher. He looks really, really good. Looks like we did a good job with the draft pick there. Dennis Ibanez, we took with the 68th pick in the draft. Another A potential starting pitcher. Looks like we did really good there. Ivan Valencia, starting pitcher, we took in the 3rd round at the 85th pick. He looks pretty good. We got a 5-pitch mix. Looks like he can develop into something. Only 19 years old. Johnny Tumalo, we took in the 4th round with the 115th pick. He looks decent, got decent speed. Defense will develop. The contact is good, so we'll take that. James Cornell, we took with the 5th round pick, 145th overall. He looks good. For a 5th round pick, I'll take a 65 overall. And then Gary George, 74 overall starting pitcher, we took with the 6th pick. He looks like somebody that's going to be in the majors, contributing very, very soon. That's back-to-back years we've had slam dunk 6th round picks. We had Gary George this year and closing pitcher Brian Acevedo last year. Really likes the look of that. So we've been really good drafting. Now let's see if we can do an even better job with this upcoming free agent class. All right, 2026 going into the 2027 season. Let's have our first look at the free agent class. Here we go. Starting pitching, Tariq Skubal, who is just an absolute animal in real life. Looks like he's an animal in the game. 3.13 RA with a 1.3 whip, 1.13 rip rather, 226 strikeouts and 198 innings. Looks decent there. Freddie Peralta is available, also 30 years old, having some pretty good seasons. No slam dunk pitchers, unfortunately, in free agency. Tristan McKenzie on the market after he dominated us. Drew Matt Rasmussen looks really, really good. Holy cow. The Rays are offering him one of the worst contracts ever. 215 innings there with a 176 hits and 158 strikeouts. So puts a lot of balls in play. I'm actually going to offer him a contract. I really like the way he looks. He's asking for quite a bit of money, to be honest. But let's go ahead and offer that just because, he's performing. So if he could continue performing for us, we'll have a pretty good pitcher. You guys can't see it in the bottom right-hand corner. Our budget is $90 million, and we have 38.5 pending offers. So we got a little over $50 million left to spend. So let's go ahead and do that. You want to look at the depth chart here. for starting pitching. How do we even really do that? So we got Shane Baz, Garcia. That's not right. I don't know why it's like that. We have John Means for another year. Mariano Vasquez is going to be in the majors. Iriarte was really bad when we had him. Flexen's there. So let's go ahead and try and sign one more pitcher, to be honest. Tariq Skubal would be really nice. How much does he want? He wants about 8. He wants a pretty decent contract, but not as much as Rasmussen. He actually wants less for. So we're going to go ahead and do a 2-year deal. Let's go 2 years, 35. That's about what he wants. See if we can make that work for him. So we got about 30 million left in the budget. We want to give us a little wiggle room for trades, stuff like that. As far as relievers go, don't really need a reliever that much. We had a really dominant bullpen this year. We got the Cy Young winner, Prelander, Jordan Leager, Sammy Peralta. We're hoping to bring Matt Strahm back. We have Kopech, Kopp, Brian Acevedo. So maybe one more guy. We got Edgar Cuero, Corey Lee. Probably not looking for a catcher unless there's one at a really great deal. So we're probably going to bring up Perry Ford. First base, we're not looking at. Second base, we're good on. Third base, we're probably good on. I'm going to try and give Matt Shaw the everyday look. I know Jose Rodriguez is really good, but I do think Matt Shaw is the future of this team. So we're going to go ahead and start giving him more looks as we progress. Willie Adames at shortstop. So infielders not really looking for a whole lot of help there. Left fielders, we did lose Winker, but man, Wilfred Veras looks just like Winker pretty much. He's got a ton of pop. Look for him, somebody we keep an eye on this next season. Probably start him in AAA. If he starts hitting, probably call him up. Luis Roberts going to lock down center field. Cedric Mullins going to lock down right. So potentially a catcher and a center field. Maybe, we trade Luis Robert. We were just talking about doing that. Maybe, him being an impending free agent. Maybe this is where we trade him if the free agent market suits that. And maybe we trade somebody like Colson Montgomery, or we trade somebody like Jose Rodriguez. That way we could free it up just for other players to have the opportunity. Trading Vlad doesn't make a whole lot of sense. Trading Casas doesn't make a whole lot of sense. So yeah, let's go figure out what we're gonna do here. Back to free agency we go. I think I want to sign one reliever. Where is Strahm? Strahm is there. I think we want to go ahead and sign one more guy. Jeff Hoffman, if he's not too expensive. He's not. Let's go ahead and offer him a deal. I think 2 years, $12 million would be pretty good. Hoffman is a very, very good relief pitcher. Can help us have one of the most dominant bullpens in baseball. And we are going to probably leave it at that for the pitchers. Kirk is available. Had a really good year last year. Jonah Heim's available. Was pretty bad last year. So was Trevino. Jensen was really, really good in only 46 at-bats, though. JT Realmuto is out there. He's 36. Ryan Jeffers out there. Gary Sanchez. We could make a run at Alejandro Kirk. He would be a pretty good hitter for our team, even though he was really bad the year before that. So, maybe we don't want to invest too much into that. Yandy Diaz at first base. Like I said, we're not really looking for anybody there. Freddie Freeman played out his contract with the Dodgers, is now a free agent. Nico Horner's out there at second base. I love Nico just because he's my favorite player, but he does not fit the needs of our team. Neither is Glaber. He's not 22 years old anymore. He's actually 30. Jammer Candelario is out there. J.P. Crawford at shortstop. Don't really like him, even though he is pretty good. He's 32 years old. Tim Anderson, somehow an 81 overall, 33-year-old B potential. So now we get into the juicy stuff, the outfielders. That's what we're looking for. They're only offering Hap $5 million for 1 year. He had 36 home runs and 103 RBIs last year, 831 OPS. He is 32 years old, and the defense is not great. Chas McCormick's out there, really good defense. Had a really good hitting season last year, 25 home runs. Varsho, is going to bring the defense, and he's got a backup catcher, but he is not that good. Taylor Ward, pretty solid all-around player. Had a 924 OPS last year. Maybe Taylor Ward is somebody we look into picking up. Teoscar Hernandez is out there. Randy Arozarena is out there. Schwarber, if we needed a DH, that could really work out for us. Eloy Jimenez. Looks like he had a pretty bad year for New York. Had a negative .6 WAR. We'll stay far away from that. Won't touch that. Honestly, not a whole lot more that looks interesting for left fielder. Cody Bellinger's in center field. He had a pretty bad year for the Cubs last year. Unfortunately, it looks like his power is just declining against lefties. He's got good stats for righties, but it doesn't make a whole lot of sense for us. How about Jazz Chisholm? He had a pretty bad year last year. Bader was pretty bad last year. Dylan Carlson was decent. I know he had like a 900 OPS at the trade deadline because we looked at acquiring him. Manny Margot isn't great. So I'm thinking if we trade Luis Robert, we're going to move Cedric Mullins to center field. Adolis Garcia had a pretty poor year. Austin Slater, who we had in 2025. He had a pretty good year last year. He is declining, though. Kepler had a pretty bad season. Ramon Laureano, some still out in the league. But not like a whole lot I love here. In fact, I think the only thing I really enjoy seeing here is Ian Happ. But just the defense is just not there at all. We're going to have to really figure that out. I think we're going to make an offer on Taylor Ward. He had a really good season last year. See what he wants. He wants about 1 year. I think we can offer him a 1 year, $10 million contract. See if that will bring him home. Get Taylor Ward on the squad. And then I think we might look to trade for a bat here, depending on what we can get here in free agency. So we simulated about a week here, and it looks like we did sign Taylor Ward to be our everyday left fielder. I love the signing there. Love the bat. Jeff Hoffman, welcome to the bullpen. And we also signed, who else did we sign? I believe we signed one more person. I can't find him. But we Tariq Skubbal's offer, Andrew Rasmussen's offer is still on the board. Did we have, I don't even remember who it was. Oh, it was Matt Strom. We also re-signed Matt Strom. I don't know where he is. Yeah, there he is. We also re-signed Matt Strom. So pretty big pieces back to the bullpen, and Taylor Ward being added to our out. Excuse me? For two terrible prospects. I mean, I guess Trout is declining. Only got 4 years left, but still, that's insane. Phillies signed Bednar. Going to skip a little bit, and we have reached our maximum roster size. Looks like we signed Tariq Skubal, but Rasmussen is still out there. Just got to release somebody really quick. If I go to the tender contracts, I didn't offer Lennon Sosa a contract or Matt Foster, so we're going to go ahead and release them. Matt Foster, adios. And Lennon Sosa, adios. Go ahead and head on over to free agency. Offer Rasmussen a contract. Probably the same thing, probably about 2 years or 3 years, $60 million. And let's go ahead and look for, actually, let's go less because not a lot of other teams are fighting for him. This is a good opportunity for us to, not down him a little bit, but yeah, maybe 18 a year instead of 20. And let's go ahead and look at the trade market and see what is out there. All right, so we're going to make a little bit of a splash here. We're going to take on a little bit of money. We're going to the San Francisco Giants to trade for Jung-Ho Lee. We were trading away second-round pick last year, starting pitcher J.R. Sheets. We're trading away Brian Ramos. Maybe with the Giants he can get a little bit better of an opportunity. Maybe starting at shortstop or platooning behind somebody rather than being in the minors blocked off. And then we are trading away, basically throw in Terrell Tatum. Going to go ahead and trade for Jung-Ho Lee, shore up the outfielder, leaving us with Taylor Ward, Luis Robert, Jung-Ho Lee, Cedric Mullins, and you could probably guess what's coming next. All right, so we decided to make a splash here to find the catcher of our future. I was really, really close to making a trade for a big catcher like Adley Rutschman. We're actually going to go with a young phenom, Ethan Salas. We're trading away Luis Robert Jr. in the last year of his contract. Really big get for the Marlins there. They need outfielding very, very badly. We're also trading away Harry Ford. Give them, another really good catcher in return here. Somebody that maybe doesn't have the potential that Ethan Salas does, but could be really, really good. And we threw in a starting pitcher for them to potentially make the back end of their rotation. And we're going to go ahead and send that through. And let's see if we can make one more deal. And lastly, making a little trade here. We're trading away Noah Miller to the Colorado Rockies for Brenton Doyle. I really like Brenton Doyle as a fourth outfielder. The bat isn't really there, but we have 96 speed, 72 steal, along with 99 fielding, 98 arm. So like I said, the bat not there, but I don't expect him to get that many bats. But having him as a fourth outfielder is going to be really good for this team, improve the defense. So we're going to go ahead and do that. And let's lock in for the rest of the offseason. Now, the only reason I'm recording this is just in case something crazy happens, which is, you never know. Maybe, a team with a 2% chance gets the first pick. I've seen crazier things happen. The Diamondbacks had a 3% chance for the number 1 pick, and I'm not adding this, so why am I recording it? And then before I wrap things up, I'm going to make one more trade here. I kind of have a roster crunch with my relievers. I'm trading 2 really good relievers away, Jordan Leazier, Sammy Peralta, but I am getting back Ben Joyce from the Atlanta Braves. Should be a really good pitcher for us here. I'm going to go and send this through. And then, yeah, let's look at the roster, and I believe we're going to end episode 4 right here. All right, peeking at the team here real quick, go to our lineups. First right-handed pitching, Dale Amador is going to lead off. He's got 95 discipline, had a 382 on base last year. So we're going to go ahead and write him out with that. Casas was our best hitter pretty much last year. And he's also got 98 discipline. He had a 393 on base last year. Going to bat him second. Vlad, we're going to bat third. Hopefully he has a little bit better output this season. We're going to have Jung-Ho Lee batting cleanup for us. Not going to hit a lot of home runs. He hit 23 last year. But he is going to be able to drive a lot of runs in. Taylor Ward is going to bat fifth. Hopefully he can produce like he did last year. Cedric Mullins sixth. And I accidentally exited out. Willie Adames, 7th. Ethan Salas, our brand new catcher, is going to bat 8th. And then Matt Shaw is going to bat 9th. We're going to keep Jose Rodriguez and Colson Montgomery on the bench. Brenton Doyle as our 4th outfielder. And Edgar Cuero as our backup catcher. Versus lefties, Cuero is going to be the catcher. And we are also going to get Jose Rodriguez in the game. So Colson Montgomery and Brenton Doyle are pretty much the only 2 guys that aren't getting everyday playing time. So it's going to be really interesting what we're going to do with, Colson Montgomery. That's going to be a story to follow here in the next season. Dale Amador is leading off. Ward, Guerrero, Adames, Rodriguez, Cuero, Jung-Ho Lee, Matt Shaw, and Cedric Mullins is how we round out against lefties. Then for the rotation, we got Tariq Skubal, Drew Rasmussen, Shane Baz, Mariano Vasquez, and John Means. Decent rotation there. It's a lot better than last season, but there's still a lot of room for improvement. Meanwhile, the bullpen is, not a lot of high overalls, but very good relievers nonetheless. We got Garcia, Strom, both really good relievers, including the Cy Young from last year. Let's see if he can repeat that. If he wins back-to-back Cy Young, I will show my ass on camera. Brian Acevedo, Ben Joyce, who we just traded for, Ronan Kopp, Prelander Baroa, Jeff Hoffman, and Michael Kopech. That is the team. If you guys enjoyed the video, make sure you like and subscribe, and we will see you guys next time. See you.